bucket.
The illusionist on that move. He's able to split the defenders, go to the reverse. Suns turn it over. Gary Neal using his body to ward off Josh Childress.
Throw taken and making by Robin Lopez between both teams. I mean, that just goes to show the pace is fast and furious.
And a big difference from last night where it was a parade to the free throw line. Only Suns player to register a three. He's got a pair. Neal from 14 feet. Just rims off. Oh, it dropped in. I thought that was falling off to the right.
This guy really comes in, and I don't know what his plus and minus is on the season, but he's a difference maker when he's on the floor.
Spectacular job last night. Antonio McDowell's pulls the plug on his set.
Start here tonight.
I mentioned before going to the break the injury to George Hill is a critical component of their bench as Gary Neal somehow forced that in.
My opinion, they give guards too many opportunities to drive on the defense. And even a guy's got a great defensive position and sliding backwards, the slightest little contact with some free throws.
So they have Neal coming in off the bench, George Hill as well. When he recovered to Ginobili, drives right, you need to force him right. Good defense by the Suns. Back over to Ginobili, closing out was Dudley, but a little too late. 23-5 run. Suns are 2 of 9 shooting here in the quarter. They turn it over. Quinn over to Gary Neal. Tipping all alone Duncan once, twice, and it falls.
That's the Suns teams that Gentry and Antonio coach.
Right, very rare that Popovich is donning the tie. Our colored one, 2 minutes to go here in the third. Gary Neal takes him and sticks it for 3.
I'm on the floor.
The Suns struggling here in the third quarter, but seeing an outstanding performance from Jared Dudley and one. Tough shot by Gary Neal.
Been killer the last 2 games. 40 points the other night, stuck on 39 right now, the opportunity to make it 40, but that's just a pretty drive. The baseline drive.
San Antonio leading that charge is Neal, who now has 15.
Right, and if you do double team them, now you're kicking it out some of the best shooters in the NBA from the perimeter.
Nash went for the pick and roll play with Gentry makes the switch. Warwick comes out. Channing Frye comes in to defend who was posterized a few days ago by J.R. Smith of Denver.
A couple poor fouls, find yourself dropping yourself back down once again now.
Extending Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, adding more depth to their bench in the light expected to make their debut against the Heat. Duncan, jab step once, jab step twice. Gary Neal, floater, and a hit for Gary Neal, who now has 21 points off the bench.
In that Polish community in Arizona, so he wants to get some Polish fans.
Beat the Suns by 8.
Suns had a chance to see what a good NBA team does.